Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we're in San Sequoia building a family home, which was a request from a friend of mine, Brandon. If you're watching this, I do hope you enjoy this speed build. This one's for you. His request, I only had a couple of different parameters to build upon. The one being a 40 by 30 lot, so it had room for the treehouse. 40,000 Simoleon budget, and it had to be like semi-traditional. So this house is called 11 Botanical Avenue. I used 4-packs, and that's Growing Together, Eco Lifestyle, Dream Home Decorator, and Bathroom Clutter Kit. So it's a limited pack build. And as far as the overall look, as soon as he said semi-traditional, I looked up some traditional homes on Google, but I found this really nice, looking one. And they had a yellow front door, and they didn't have green siding. I think it was white, but it was very pretty. And I was like, I'm going to try that. I couldn't even see the whole house. I could only just see the front door and the porch area in the image. But I was like, I'm just going to pull from that and do something kind of similar. The other parameter that he had was, when it came to sizing the house, was he had 2 Sims and an infant at the time. While I was building the home and I had just finished, he let me know that his infant had aged to a toddler, and he has another infant in the family. So I said, well, lucky for you, I built it with 3 bedrooms. So it's a great family home. I did not include the treehouse because the budget was 40,000 simoleons. So that is a pretty expensive item, but it does need this large lot to be able to fit because the footprint of the treehouse is huge. But I didn't include it because of budget. I wanted to afford some nicer items and, a better fridge and stuff like that. Actually, the other thing was the showers. The shower tub combos, yes, they are used. The ones from Growing Together are used in this build, and they're actually pretty pricey. Individually, I think they're between 2,000 to 3,000 simoleons. But I look at it is if you were going to do a tub and then a shower separately, if you add both of those together, you get both, but in one, as far as budget goes. So I just thought, let's just go with the shower tub combo. It's a nice looking thing. There are 3 bathrooms in here. There are 2 full baths and then 1 half bath. There's a full bath and a half bath on the second floor of the house. There's a full bath on the first floor. Now, as far as the house, it's built on platforms. I went this way because I wanted the exterior to have the siding go all the way down to the ground with a regular old foundation build. You can't have that, or at least we can't use the same wallpaper that's on the house on the foundation, annoyingly. Also, for the first time ever, I've used this shingle shaker wallpaper. This one came with Growing Together, but there are others that came with Cats and Dogs expansion, but I never really use them. I feel like they're too busy, just how they look, and it just, I don't know, for some reason, it just works really well with this house. So this is a first for me for using that particular wallpaper. I was going to put it over here on the chimney and give him a fireplace, but the chimney does exist. There is no fireplace in the build only because of budget, but that is something that he could add down the future. And the house itself just has a chimney. But I thought it was too busy having the shakers cover the chimney as well. It just was whoa, okay, now that's a little too much. As far as the windows, they're from Growing Together. And I used the color, which is a white and yellow, which I thought tied in perfectly with the front door. And then back here, I was going to have the door to the outside for the back of the house come off of the platform. And then I thought, no, why would you do that? Let's not do that. Let's have it come off the kitchen. Then I don't have to build out steps or anything like that, because steps cost simoleons to build. So I was trying to be very mindful of the budget, and seeing as when I had the actual structure of the house, I only had 28,000 simoleons to actually furnish. I was yeah, I really need to keep that budget in mind. But up here, all of the bedrooms carry the same floor. It's just a hardwood floor. That tiny little room there in the hallway is the half bath. The room on the end is the master and a master bath, and then there's 2 bedrooms that are opposite of each other on the hallway. This is the downstairs bathroom, tucked away in the corner, which is essentially the decorative chimney, but I figure I like to make use of space as much as possible and where I can. Originally, I was thinking about doing this like bright, darker green color in the dining room, and I actually do stick with it. I saw it in a movie that I watched last night, the movie Megan. That was like that toy AI movie where it's like a robot and it's like really like futuristic and creepy. Well, the one house in the dining room, she had like a bright green like accent wall in the house, and I was like, oh, that's a nice color. I should use that more. See, I think about that like everywhere. Like I'll see something out in the real world or in a movie and I'll be like, oh, I wonder if I could build that. Like, oh, that's a nice color combo. Like I think of things and pull from that. So that's kind of where we are. The dining room is out in the front of the house. This is an entire living room or living space. We do throw in the TV, a very small TV. I'm sorry, it's all the budget would allow, but you can save up and get a better one. And we do some end tables. I do a bookshelf, the Growing Together bookshelf, which is kind of very flat. I kind of like that though. Like it doesn't like jut out as much. It doesn't seem like it's really like big compared to like other bookcases we have. Like some of them are just like, they take up a lot of like floor space, and I like that these are like narrow. And we do have some seating chairs and curtains, which I believe are Dream Home Decorator as well. Of course, the kitchen is Dream Home Decorator, and that is because when I was looking at budget and budgetary reasons, the stovetops, these particular stovetops, are actually very affordable compared to an actual like oven stove like range. I think it was like maybe 100 or 200 simoleons for just the cooktop. Like that's like a bargain. I was like, yeah, I mean, you only really need it to cook. If you really want an oven or a microwave, you can always add that down the road, but at least to have like a functional stove. But it also looks like a really nice, clean, modern kitchen. It just works. So that's kind of where Dream Home Decorator comes in. It always comes in and saves the day because those kitchen cabinets are like the best. I think the other thing that helped with the $40,000 budget was when it came to landscaping. As you know, landscaping is also pretty expensive. So I pulled from the Debug catalog, which, I pulled in a car. I actually found the cars in the Debug catalog finally. I don't know what I did or where they were going or where they were hiding, but they now show up, which is also very strange. I don't, because they were not there. I like scoured that catalog for a while, but now they're there, along with the neighborhood decorations and like landscaping and trees that were used within San Sequoia. So this house ties in very well with its surroundings. I found the bushes that were used in the Gilbert Gardens across the little street there, which actually this house is in a really nice spot. The gardens, and hence why it's called Botanical, are right across the street. So like you have a beautiful like walking park with flowers and trees, and I believe there's even water there too. So it's a really nice place to raise a sim family. Like it's quiet and you just have a lot of like natural park areas around, so it's actually really nice. But you can also have room for the treehouse too, so it's like a win-win. Speaking of building and parks and things like that, so I have been working on a 64 by 64 recreation center for San Sequoia on that huge lot. Yeah, you know the one. So let me just say, as a builder, 64 by 64 lots, I didn't realize are actually really massive. Now, I know I don't have to fill the whole lot with like a recreation center, but like I'm still trying to figure out what to put in it and like where, and like I have all of the pieces. Like I know like I want a pool, I know I want basketball, which comes with city living. So I think I'm going to tie in just a few extra packs to give some more like skill building in this recreation center compared to just using like base game and growing together items. because I think basketball is like a great thing to have because you can have like a nice like gym area. And I will use like the music and the new piano and stuff, but it's just like I have all of these different pieces and it's trying to figure out like smushing them all together and making them look nice, like a nice exterior. And then that roof, I just haven't figured out a decent roof. I was using roofs like flat, and then I was using platform roofs, and then I was using some regular like shingle roofs, like angles and stuff and skylights. And I just can't get it to look how I see it in my head. Like it wasn't translating. I was working on that yesterday for a little bit, and I was telling Brandon about it, and I was like, yeah, I need more time. So he gave me this house to build, so thank you very much. Because it was a nice distraction, and it's just something that just works. It's just something like a house just kind of flows. Like community lots are really not a strong point for me. I really do love building like houses and apartments and things like that. But when it comes to like community lots, I struggle a bit, only because like I want to be able to like play in them too. Like houses I build because like, yes, I could see myself playing in this house and living in this house with my Sims and stuff. But like a community lot, I want to hold to the same standards. Like, yeah, I want to play in this community lot, or I want my Sims to visit this lot, and I want them to do this, but it's not translating as nice as it does with a house. But here we are with the debug landscaping. I did size down some of the bushes because those bushes are massive, but they work really great when you size them down. And then just trying to find the landscaping here, these pretty yellow flowers, they're scattered throughout San Sequoia, and I really liked to use those. I also found the bushes that were used across the street in the Gilbert Gardens that kind of surround the front there. And I use those in the front. And I just think it looks so nice. It's a nice like backyard, but I left the space off to the side there for the treehouse. I did put a tree there, the willow tree, or weeping willow, or whatever that tree is, that that big monstrous tree off to the side there, but you can easily delete that and then use or put the tree house there, which is basically of the same style of tree. It's just an object. So this lot should definitely fit that tree house, and if it doesn't, I'd be very sad. I didn't actually try. I'll admit I didn't actually try, but based on the space and the footprint there off to the side, I really do see it fitting quite well, and fitting quite well as well. So yeah, just delete a tree, throw in the treehouse if you really want it, and there you go. And you have a great little backyard. These bushes are actually really nice. I like the red. I think they do come in other colors though, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of the debug landscaping does come with additional colors, and I actually used Move Objects for once, and I found these hanging flower baskets, and I elevated it so that way it's a nice little hanging basket from the front porch. Just makes it a little more family-like, I guess you could say. And we're almost finished with the landscaping. I did try here with a flower box, but then when you take the walls down, the flower box just ended up floating. So we do no flower box. And I thought about adding actual flower boxes from the catalog that weren't in debug, but it's budget. So here we are with the actual house. Again, the house is called 11 Botanical Avenue. It is available on the Sims 4 gallery under my EA ID, TheSimified. And again, it's only 39,519 simoleons. So it's a great, just above starter, just kind of mid-tier. It's not super expensive, but I love the interior. I love that yellow front door. It's just such a nice pop of color with the green tones. And this is the living space. I included some infant baby items, and I actually used this nice archway from the Growing Together pack as well. The dining chairs are actually debug chairs. They are from, I want to say, Eco Lifestyle, and they're called fabricated, so I guess they're furniture furniture that your Sims can like build, but they were actually already pre-assembled, and they were actually really affordable. I think they were only like 50 simoleons a chair. So the room also changed up here to a purple color, but again, you can make it whatever. It's very easy to swap out the wallpaper. The baby nursery or infant nursery is very neutral, so again, you can decorate it how you want. It's a perfect little family home. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, and yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this one. I have to say this was a nice little break from the massive 64 by 64 lot, but I'm hoping to have that up sometime this week, so look out for that recreation center once I figure it out, but I think I'll get there. But anyway, I do thank you for watching. I hope you have yourself a great day, and I will see you in the next video.